So I'm going to play Stryper Yahweh. I've been listening to the Stryper since To Hell with the Devil, which really isn't their first album. It's like their second or third. But I've been listening to them since I was a teenager. Even before I was a Christian, I liked Stryper. A lot of non-Christians like them just because they're so good. Yahweh is what I call newer Stryper. It's not new, like brand new, but it's newer compared to like the old stuff. But I think this is one of their best songs. That's just my opinion. I mean, To Hell with the Devil's good and stuff like that, you know. There's a lot of Soldiers Under Command. Those are some good songs. This song right here, though, is really good. This is awesome. So I'm actually recording this in January of 2024. I'm going to unlock this video sometime in March before Passover. I'm considering this a Passover song because it's about the crucifixion of Jesus, not him raising from the dead, which would be Easter. I've seen some YouTube reaction videos to this song and they're loving it, but nobody ever talks about the words. They're not talking about like, what is it talking about? They're just like, oh, this is great, and these guitars, and they're like banging their heads, and I'm like, talk about the song. Like, not just the music in the song. Talk about what is it talking about. It's very important. So I'm going to go over the words real quick. It's called Yahweh because Jesus is God. Now, Jesus is not the Father, but he's God in the flesh. Yahweh is what we call God. It's called the Tetragrammaton, the YHWH. We put the vowels in there as humans in English. We really don't know if there's vowels in there. That's just what we've done, so we just say Yahweh, and that's how that word comes about. So the song starts off with saying the word Yahweh, and then it says, a crown of thorns, it was placed on his head. They clothed him in purple and stated their case. He's the King of the Jews, as they slapped his face. Pilate said, I find no reason to charge him. As soon as they saw him, they said, crucify. That was the people. He just proclaimed to be God. He surely must die. And then they repeat Yahweh. Yahweh is like the chorus. When Pilate heard this, he was afraid. He asked the Lord, where do you come from? Don't you realize I have power to free or kill the Son? Jesus finally decided to answer him, you have no power at all over me. If it didn't come from above, you're too blind to see. Then it repeats Yahweh. And so the soldiers took Jesus, dragging his cross to a place where he knew. They hung a sign that would read, the King of the Jews. They nailed his flesh to the wood. He said, it's finished, and laid down his life, gave up his spirit for all. He was crucified. This is actually a sad song, but it's happy too because Jesus died for us. He died for your sins. It's a sad song too because of what happened. The song itself musically, it's a really good song. It's awesome. And I think a lot of people just think it's an awesome song and they don't know what the words are about. They don't know what the song is really about. But I hope you guys enjoy this song, really concentrate on the words. And it is a really awesome song and it's very fun to play. I've been playing it for the last few months because I could not get the double bass correct. I had so much trouble, and after so much time, I just kept doing it and doing it. And I finally got it. And it's not quite correct. There's some mistakes I made in this song and I just left them in there, but that's how it goes sometimes. So I hope you guys enjoy Yahweh by Stryper.
to